Welcome back. Today I'm here to talk about a little technique from the pattern we learned last night, the Foxtrot basic or the left turn. That pattern is designed to help you stay on one spot on the floor, so it makes it really great for you to practice in your living room. You can practice it on your own. It's full of pieces that will help your technique along the way, even if you are an advanced dancer. So what I'd like to do is smoothen out the footwork today. That's our goal today, taking it layer by layer so that eventually this technique you'll be able to add into your other walks, into your other rotational figures, and it'll overall just make the characteristic of the dance shine. So Foxtrot is a very jazzy dance. It's a very smooth, glidey dance. The way that we teach you the pattern up front, it has a little bounce to it. If you're really feeling that music, you're gonna feel a little bounce as you're dancing that pattern. And that just really helps us figure out where the feet go, right? So my feet don't look fantastic there, but they work, right? So when we're doing our Foxtrot walks, we wanna have more of a glide to it. So I'm gonna go from the side. So whether I'm doing the follows pattern or the leads pattern, I wanna actually stay nice and level. The way that I do that is by keeping my knees nice and relaxed. So first phase here is when I take my first step. I wanna make sure that I don't just drop onto this step, but I'm using my legs more like a pair of scissors. So whether I'm stepping forward, I'm going to make sure that I'm moving away from that back foot, right? But when I move back, I'm gonna move away from that left foot. So leads, as you initiate this step, you're going to have your left foot free, but you're going to think about actively pushing away from your right foot. And then follows, as you're moving back, you're going to think about actively moving away from the left foot. You want to make sure that as you do this, you don't step and then pull, step and then pull, which is sort of how it'll happen. You'll also feel that your body weight is going to be flying forward, so try to keep your core nice and engaged and your back in alignment, so you want to keep your spine nice and straight. So as I'm taking this step, again, I'm going to refer to that pair of scissors. When you when you use a pair of scissors and you want to use them, when you open them up, if one leg just opens on its own, the other one sort of dangles, we're not really interested in using that pair of scissors. It doesn't feel very safe. So we probably throw it away, put it in the drawer like I usually do, and then remember they're broken the next time I try to use them. But what we want is we want those pair of scissors to move away, those legs to move away actively from each other and then to retract together as well. So we want to do the same thing with our legs here. So as I'm taking this step here, I'm going to move away from that leg just as much as I'm moving forward with the other. Boom. So I collect, right? So after this, if I was doing the leads part, I would go side together. We'll talk about chassés another day, side together actions. Today we're working on the walks. So from the follows perspective, I'm going to move up just a little bit. I'm going to take this step and I'm going to move away from my left foot and collect. Move forward and collect, and then do my chassé to the right, which is just my side together. So when I'm doing this walk, another thing that I want to make sure that I do is that I use my back leg to also stop me so that I can compress and bring those legs together without letting that leg swing forward or without letting that leg swing back. So when you were a little kid and you were riding a bike and you're going down a hill, you probably at some point had to use your feet for backup set of brakes, right? So I would use my leg and let it drag so that then I could get my bike to stop. We're going to do the same thing here, but a little more elegantly. So as I take my step forward, I'm going to take this back leg as I push down into my left foot, and I'm going to pull. So I'm going to bring myself to a stop here, slow stop. And as I move back, the same idea. So that leg isn't just doing what it wants to, right? That helps keep that scissor concept alive, right? So I'm stepping and collecting, and then chassé, or stepping and collecting, and chassé to the side. A great step for this is this left turn. It has almost every little piece of technique that you're going to want in your Foxtrot. There's a few missing, but you're going to feel these walks feel better. Your directional changes feel a lot more precise and clear, and you're going to be able to control your weight a lot more. So I can feel that I'm checking into my heel as I go forward, and I can feel that I'm really nice and centered, right? So I know where my body weight is going. I know that it's going forward and I'm stopping. I know that I'm stopping here. Then I'm moving to the other side. In Foxtrot, when you have a directional change, you're going to have a little bit of compression. So this idea of the stopping, the slowing, is only going to make your dancing better when you finally get to dance with another person. I hope that you enjoyed this technique video. Make sure that you check out our Spotify playlist if you want something to practice to. I always recommend practicing to slow music and even half time at first, just so you can really feel where your body is going. If you try too fast, then your muscle memory is just not going to get there, right? So practice nice and slow. I hope that you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more technique videos. Bye, you guys.